We're here today to celebrate the life of a great man, Harry Spikes. Harry came to work for me about 9.5 years ago, and I started not to hire him because one of the first things I noticed, he told me that he was Mr. Morgan. So Larry, I just thought he was one of these guys who thought he was all that and 3 bags of potato chips. I said, so what? But when I got to know him and to truly interview him, I understood clearly that he had a passion for people. And in my office, that's the #1 qualification. You have to have a passion for people, right, and for wanting to improve their lives. And Harry has done that and shown it over and over and over again. In our office, he specializes in the areas of housing and Social Security, 2 very, very important issues. He's gotten something like almost $1 million back for payments that were due people under Social Security. He's done all kinds of things in housing with regard to helping people stay in their houses and helping them find housing. Those things are so very, very important. But Harry did something here recently that shows you what kind of man he is. Tiana, one of her relatives, who had prostate cancer. And Harry was helping him out, and he discovered that at Social Security, it could take up to 2.5 years, even with stage 4 prostate cancer, to get your disability. And so Harry, on his own now, made a decision to write to Carolyn Colvin, who is the head of Social Security now, to see if he could have stage 4 prostate cancer placed on what's called the Compassionate Allowance List, which means that you can get your disability in 15 days as opposed to possibly 2.5 years. Right. That's very significant because people, if they wait 2.5 years, they might not be here. And in most instances, they weren't. And Harry Spikes single-handedly got that done. And we were able to announce it about 2 months ago, about a month and a half ago. And you don't know, that decision, that is for men who have prostate cancer for stage 4, they are now able, I'm talking about thousands and thousands, not only in this area, but across the country. And not only people who have it now, but people who will be diagnosed in the future will be able to get their disability payments much, much faster, 15 days as opposed to 2.5 years, probably after they're even dead. I mean, they'd be dead. And so I think he deserves a hand for that. And the interesting thing is that it happened at almost the day that we found out that they were going to do it. The gentleman that he was working with passed away. So we have a candidate here who has passion. He has passion, and he knows how to take pain, turn it into a passion to achieve a purpose. And as you probably know, I served about 14 years in the Maryland legislature, so I know what is required. Ladies and gentlemen, my father, who only had a 2nd grade education, used to say, you don't send your infantry into a nuclear war. We had to send smart people to Annapolis. People who can address complicated issues, but people who at the same time can be down to earth and have a level of humility where people feel that they can touch him. And if you know Harry, Harry has that humility. And I know it comes from his wonderful parents. I know it does. And I'm so glad that you all have raised this brother to be a strong man. He's a tough brother. And so I appreciate that. And he has brought so much to our office and to so much to our community. Finally, let me say this, that we have to have leaders who do not see these offices as something just about some celebrity stuff. I tell people that if you go out there and you do well, people will find out who you are because they will seek you out. They will seek you out. Why? Because people are begging and looking for people who will not treat them like a piece of copy paper, but will treat them like a human being with love and understanding and compassion. And so that's why, I wanted to come by here to make it very, very clear that I endorse this brother to the nth degree. We have to make sure that we send strong people to Annapolis, and that's what you all are doing. You are changing the trajectory of his destiny. Every one of you. And so even if you gave $5 or if you gave $500, you have now become a part of his destiny. Do not mistake a comma for a period. Harry needs a lot of help. He needs volunteers. He needs people to make phone calls. He needs people to put up signs. He needs people to give some more money. And he cannot accomplish this unless we continue to help him. And the election is June 24th. So we don't have a lot of time. And so I have come not to ask you, because asking is too cheap. I have come to beg you to continue to lift him up so that he might become the great leader that we know he is. And so, ladies and gentlemen, the next delegate from the 45th District for the state of Maryland, Harry Spiker.